Okay, let's jump right into some game reaction, dude. Some huge games. Let's just start last night. Alabama goes down to Vandy 96-90. Dalton, you can go ahead and open this one up.
Yeah, unfortunately, we both picked Alabama, but I think we were just talking about it before the podcast. We were both on the right side of things, and I think most people, if they were being honest with themselves, would say that Bama would have won this game if they were healthy. They missed Baron Philon for pretty much the whole entire second half. He only played 4 minutes in the second half, and they didn't have Aiden Sherrill, however you pronounce it, the whole entire game. And
Starting center.
That's their starting center. So that killed them on the boards. And I still think, let me see real quick. They still won the boards. They had 18 offensive rebounds to 8, but just didn't capitalize enough on those. The biggest issue was the turnovers. I mean, 13 turnovers, which isn't horrible. 13 turnovers, but they had 14 points off 13 turnovers.
You mean you're talking about Alabama had 13 and Vandy had 14 points?
Yes.
Well, let me say something about that before you keep going. It wasn't 13 turnovers isn't terrible. Vandy had 8, so they won that battle. But when Alabama turned over the ball, that to me was the issue.
Yeah.
So keep going.
Yeah, and Bama is obviously a 3-point shooting team. Everyone knows that. They shot 43s and went 9 for 40, which is 22%. It's terrible. Hard to win when you're shooting that bad from the 3 line. I mean, Vandy didn't shoot much better, but they only shot 20 and they went 7 of 20, 35%.
Much better than 22.
Yeah, another big thing was the refs. You might have been touching on that too, but there was a total of 88 free throws. 88 free throws shot in this game because anytime someone got breathed on, the ref called a foul instantly. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
So silly, dude.
I'm not one to complain about refs, but these might have been some of the worst refs I've ever seen in a basketball game.
Ever bad. Very on both sides.
Yes. Bad on both sides. They missed a lot of calls, gave people some stupid calls, but I think Alabama is clearly the better team here. If they were to play again, that's the only time they're going to play all season. If they were to play again, I think Bama would win, but that ruins Alabama. Alabama had a 5-game win streak at Vandy. So unfortunately that ends the streak for Nate Oates, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, Bama didn't win this one, but I will always support the Tide. Vandy's really solid. They have some good players. Tyler Tanner had his career high against Alabama, 29. They shut down Duke Miles in the second half. He had 17 in the first half, but only had 2 in the second half. And Amari Allen came into his own.
Man, he played so good.
Yes. Yeah. But just not quite enough from some of your good players. I mean, Latrell Wrightsl's been kind of shaky recently, and Taylor Ball-Bowen, oh my goodness.
He's coming off injury, so I'll give him a break.
He is just not good.
Yeah.
He shot 5 threes. He was 0 for 6 overall. Shot 5 threes and only finished with 3 points, all from the free throw line. He's just not a great player, but it is what it is. What are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, a lot of the same stuff. Like, here's what I'm really worried about with SEC this year. The refereeing has been so bad to start this conference season. And folks, listen, we're SEC guys because we're Bama fans. We grew up Bama fans. Like, we watch SEC basketball more than any other conference. It's just what we do. And I watched the Georgia-Auburn game, and I spoke to this the other day, and it was a foul fest as well. I mean, there was a foul on every possession. Both teams, I think, shot in the 30-something free throws. And then that continued. I wonder if this was the same reffing crew. I meant to look that up before this. I completely forgot. But, like, did you look yet how many fouls were called? Don't.
On that Duke?
No, this game, the Alabama game.
No, I didn't look at it.
Yeah, trying to guess how many fouls are called.
So they shot 88 free throws. So I'm guessing that's like 47 fouls.
64.
Oh.
64 fouls in this game. And I need to go back and look at Georgia Auburn, but there were so many fouls in that game. I think it was in the high 40s, maybe 50s, but like to me, that ruins a game because neither team could really get into a flow. I think it favors Vanderbilt more that way, though, because what Alabama likes to do is run and gun. They want to run up and down the court. They want to jack threes. Like they are just going up and down, up and down. But when there's a foul called on every single possession down the floor, it just bogs down the game. It slows it down. Nobody can get into a rhythm. It was just a mess, man. And the refs just, I know some of them are fouls, but you've got to let the guys play. I mean, it was just so bad on both sides. So many guys are in foul trouble. Like Noah Williamson, who had a great game against Kentucky. I think he played I got to go look at his box score. How many minutes he played? Let's see.
Finished with zero. Finished with zero, I'm pretty sure, points.
Yeah, Noah Williamson, he played 4 minutes. He had 4 fouls, I think, or 5 fouls in 4 minutes. I mean, it was laughable how many what they were calling all these fouls. And so
he's also not good.
No, he's not great, but still, Alabama missed 9 free throws. Vanderbilt missed 15 free throws. It was ugly from that standpoint. So I hope that the reffing gets better in the SEC because this cannot continue. Like this,
there was
foul
50
fest.
total. Yeah, there was 50 total in Georgia versus Auburn. I looked it up.
50. Like that is insane. Just stop. They're not fouling that much. Alabama had 2 technical fouls as well. Anyways, let me say this. Let me give some praise to Vandy here, okay? Because I was actually shocked by their athleticism and their shot making ability. They have some guys who really, made some incredibly tough shots. Fadeaway jumpers. Duke Miles made one he just threw up and it went in. Had some guys making some really nice dunks and passes. They were more athletic than I thought they were, and they were making some really good shots. And I'm really impressed with Tyler Tanner. I knew Duke Miles was good, but I didn't know Tyler Tanner was that good. This dude is shifty, and he could blow by anybody.
Yeah, he's really talented.
Yeah.
He's a native too, from Brentwood, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, it's not hard to blow by Alabama defenders, but anyways, I think he could do that against just about anybody. He's so quick. I was really impressed with him. He had 29 points and 7 assists. A really good game. So got to give it to Vandy. Their home crowd was amazing. So I did want to give Vanderbilt some praise there. They're going to be a good team and a contender in the SEC. I still don't think that they're like a threat for, like a Final Four or Elite Eight even. I could see them being a second weekend team, like making the Sweet 16. Yeah. But beyond that, I don't know. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree with that 100%. I think if they got hot, then obviously they could make a run. But I think at their very best, it's Elite Eight. They're like very best.
I think that is definitely the ceiling. That's the very best, and I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. They would have to just catch fire because their defense is not good either. So, and that's the biggest issue with Alabama and teams like that, like who try to make a run in March Madness, is defense. Yeah. That's why Bama hasn't been able to break through and make it to the championship game or past the Elite Eight except once.
Oh, they made the Final Four.
It said past the Elite Eight except once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, past the Elite Eight except once because their defense is not good. And the year they made it to the Final Four, they just happened to get hot. So
yeah. Well, let me say a couple things about Alabama in this. The defense is just I don't even know what to say at this point. Like you give up 96. I don't know how many times they've given up 90 this year, but it's got to be at least 5 or 6. And that is being generous. It's getting laughable how bad they are at defense. Okay, they gave 96 to St. John's, 95 to Gonzaga. Let's see. 93 to South Florida. Okay, so it's not as many. That's 4 times, but and several high 80s they've given up. So they just can't defend, man. They just can't
Yeah.
do it. I'm like, what is Nate Oates doing in practice? Like, get these guys working on defense and nothing else. I don't care. They can't shoot in the game for a couple games. Let them defend. Like, this is getting embarrassing. Try 2-3. Throw something else in there because this is getting ridiculous. You have to defend if you want to win.
Yeah.
Period. And they don't do it. They're letting people have easy baskets. They're giving up drives to the lane. I mean, just wide open layups, wide open 3-point shots. It's embarrassing. And they are fouling too much. I mean, I don't think they fouled as much as the refs called, but they are fouling too much. So that's one thing that's really bothering me. The turnovers were not good. But here's the other thing: boneheaded mistakes. I know teams make mistakes, but it seems like Alabama makes some of the dumbest mistakes of any basketball team. And I feel like we've been dealing with this for years. Like, we're huge Bama fans. There was, let me just speak to a couple of them. Bull Bowen, he gets the hook and hold called for him. Like, it goes towards Alabama. He gets to shoot 2 technical free throws, bricks the first one, and the ball comes back to him. And instead of giving it back to the ref to shoot a second free throw, he just throws it up again as like a practice shot, And the refs were like, like basically you can't do that. That's a warning for delay of game. They didn't do anything, So he got to shoot the second one. He makes it. Surely you're thinking, okay, that's never going to happen again this season. Well, later in the game, Aiden Holloway gets fouled. They're down by like 8 points. They need every point they can get. He bricks a free throw, the first free throw. The ball comes back to him. What does he do? He throws up a shot, a practice shot, to try to get better or whatever for a second shot. And what do the refs do? The refs call a technical foul for delay of game, and Vanderbilt gets to shoot a free throw, gets the point. And it's like, bro, like, how does that happen? How do you do that twice in a game when you've already – and then there was one point when, Vanderbilt scored, Alabama takes the ball out, and then they throw it in, and Vandy steals it. The guy didn't even see the Vanderbilt player standing right there. Yep. Steals it. He either got fouled or they scored the bucket, and it just fueled this run that they were on. And like I said, those turnovers at the beginning, they were just so like boneheaded turnovers that weren't even like caused by Vanderbilt, just making stupid passes.
Yeah, I've also never seen anyone never have ever seen anyone miss a free throw and the ball come back to them and they shoot it again. I have never seen that
happened
before.
Twice.
And it happened twice. So I'm like, what in the world are you doing?
What are we doing?
It's just so dumb. And it's like you worded it perfectly. This team just makes the stupidest mistakes. And I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah. You can't explain some of it. And it's like, do you really have to explain to your players, if you miss a free throw, make sure the ref gets the ball to pass it back to you? Like, that is beyond elementary. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever seen that in a game, where somebody gets a technical for doing that. I mean, it's just like just some of the things that they do. I'm like, what are we doing? But let me say this. With all that being said, Alabama would have won this game had LeBaron Philon stayed in. You're not going to convince me otherwise. It may sound like excuses, for Alabama, and maybe it is, but LeBaron Philon had 17 points in the 20 minutes that he played. 17 points with 16 minutes left to go in the second half. He already had 17 points or 18 points. And he goes out. And I read today he was having full body cramps. And he had to get an IV in the back. That's what I read. So he didn't play the rest of the half. That is an SEC Player of the Year candidate, a National Player of the Year candidate, and he goes out. And so I think if he finishes that game, Alabama wins. Or if Aiden Sherrill played, their starting center, they would have won the game. Had they had both those guys the whole game, I think Bama wins by double digits.
Yeah, it would have been a different story. There's no doubt about it. That's why I opened up with that. Like you can't say that otherwise. It's just like for any other team. When your best player goes out and you lose the game, obviously that played a factor into it. It's the same thing with any sport, any game. Like obviously play better, but it doesn't matter. That's the main reason why you lost.
When he's not on the court, it's like nobody else. I love Aiden Holloway. I think he's a great player, but he's a good ball handler, but he's not the same ball handler as LeBaron. And what I mean by that is like LeBaron, I don't know. There's something about he sees like the whole court, and he is such a manager and perfect runner of the offense. Like he gets everybody where they need to go. He can make the plays off the dribble. I don't know. He's more of the I don't know what the right word is, but like he runs that offense out there when he's on the court, and when that's gone, it just falls flat. But I'll tell you, there was one point in the game where I think it changed. Alabama was up 54-50. Vanderbilt was shooting free throws. They missed both free throws. So Alabama, you get the rebound, go score. You can make it a 6 or 7 point game. Vandy gets the rebound. Alabama fouls them, and then they hit 2 free throws, and they were off and running on a run. Vanderbilt was after that.
Yeah.
And Bama could never get back in it. And it was just stuff like that. It's like you got to finish those type of things. Anyways, we're now on 18 minutes talking about this game, so we've got to. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. I'm ranting on this game because
you went on for a long time on that one.
I'm sorry. I had a lot to say there. So.